More than 1.6 million Americans will hear the words, "You have cancer," this year. But now scientists say they found a way to detect cancer even earlier with a simple blood test. Researchers at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine in Baltimore call the test CancerSeek, report it can detect and track 8 different types of cancer. We're now joined by oncologist Dr. Lawrence Piro via Polycom to discuss if this new blood test is hope or hype. Dr. Piro, great having you on.
Hello, Lawrence. Hi, good to see you again.
You know, and we've obviously taught our viewers, if nothing else, that early detection is key to treating cancer. What say you with these new tests and how early they may be able to detect cancer?
Travis, I'm really excited about this particular test because it does something different than others. So it takes advantage of the fact that cancer cells, when they're growing, some grow and some are dying. And the ones that die shed DNA into the bloodstream. So this is a blood test that's measuring 16 different cancer-causing genes in DNA that would be shred from tumors. Now, what's different about this test than other genetic tests of this type is they combine it also with 8 cancer-associated proteins, biomarkers for cancer. And between the two, they've developed an algorithm that predicts for the presence of cancer in someone who has no symptoms of cancer and doesn't know they have it, hopefully, therefore, detecting it early. So in a study of over 1,000 people, this test predicted the presence of cancer in 70% of cases, which I think we'd all agree is a very substantial detection rate.
I mean, we couldn't agree with you more. I mean, this is really exciting stuff. How soon is it going to be actually put into use?
Well, this is quite a ways off because a test of over 10,000 people is going to be required. You see, this kind of test, which actually had a very low false positive rate, it was less than 10%. The false positive rate may increase as the size of the testing is expanded, and the efficacy rate, the ability to predict cancer, may go down, especially when you're testing in completely sort of normal people that may have other diseases. So, for example, a test person who doesn't have cancer but might have rheumatoid arthritis, these inflammatory proteins could be high from rheumatoid arthritis and conflict with the other findings. But that being said, I feel that the results are so positive that they will hold up in the larger test. They may be slightly less good numbers, but they'll still be a huge step forward over what we have available today.
With this test, when comparing the different types of cancers where they were able to detect some more accurately than others, like ovarian cancer versus breast cancer.
Yeah, there was a big difference in widespread in numbers from ovarian cancer in 98% of cases to breast cancer in 33% of cases. And many of the cancers like lung and colorectal were in the 60% range. Now, this may be because some tumors have a higher propensity for shedding DNA or these cancer-associated proteins. So it may simply be a reflection of the biology of different kinds of tumors.
And so it sounds like there's a lot of hope. For me personally, one of the frustrations with cancer screening has been we have a lot of tools for certain types of cancer. We talk about going to get your colonoscopy for colon cancer. But when you talk about cancers like pancreatic cancer, which it's just such a devastating diagnosis, so deadly. So there are many cancers out there still where treatments, if not caught early, they're really, the consequences are dire. I think the hope here for me is that certain cancers that are really, really, really hard to diagnose, maybe someday in the future, we'll be able to get these people help sooner. Is that really, as an oncologist, is that your big hope with this?
I think that's right, exactly right on, Travis, that in 5 of the 8 cancers that were done in this test, there is no presently available early detection test for 5 of the 8. So your point is exactly correct that not only are we helping people in general, but we're going to help people who otherwise we would have completely missed their cancer until it's too late.
Well, Dr. Piro, we certainly appreciate you weighing in on what clearly you're saying is very much hope over hype, and we'll certainly keep people abreast because we know the headlines are out there.